Hey, how you doing? Feeling a bit better today? Saturday the 10th of October. And hope you like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. That would be great to have you on here, okay? Thanks for watching. Howdy subscribers and watchers and pals, family. I haven't put a video on for a while because I just could not be freaking bothered. This illness, I've got to watch what I say or else they'll shut the video down. This illness that I've had for the last 2.5 weeks really is a bit exasperating. It started off, if you've watched the videos, I'll just give a quick update. It started off 2 weeks past yesterday. I started to get a kind of, well, it's weird froggy throat things that as soon as you clear your throat, you realise that, wait a minute, that's not just a bit of phlegm, that is something wrong there. So I had that, and as the day went on, I picked up a bit hot in the head, a bit muggy, and then I got a bit of a fever and a bit of a what do you call it? Shiver. That was it. And that night, went to bed. Next day, on the Saturday, 2 weeks from today, I got my test done, only as a precautionary thing for my daughter, to make sure that I wasn't passing it on to her. But as it turns out, I think I got it from her. And then I got my results in 2 weeks coming this Friday to say that I was positive. So, taste goes away, can't taste anything. It really sucks. But I would say that probably by Tuesday of this week going by, after, they tell you in this country, 10 days, some places say that after your first symptoms, after 10 days, as long as you don't have a fever, go back to work. I'm not sure how it works with when you're contagious or any of that stuff, but I tried to do things on Tuesday and realised very quickly that out of breath, super fast. I mean, I walked down to the waterfalls here, it must only be 400 yards maybe. And I felt pretty good that night, and so much so that, I called my kids and said, hey, I'm out walking about, I'm going to make it. And then after I come off the phone, walking and talking on the phone wore me out. How pathetic's that? So I got back to bed. Next day, didn't go back out. Next night, I was getting stir crazy. Walked out. Had a little walk down the street and back up again, not too far, maybe 800 yards this time. But yeah, I don't know if it's because you're lying. I started to think, is this because I'm in my bed and I haven't moved and my muscles are wimpy and, so, but I would say that yesterday I went out 3 times. I went out, had lunch with Wes, and after lunch I had to come back and lie down. Lay down for a couple of hours, back out, went and picked up a truck with him down at the Peterbilt dealership. He brought that white one up from Texas. And I thought, right, okay, I'll go do that, come back up, wee bit weary, back in again. But you're out and about doing things and moving and concentrating. And then last night I took Wes to the airport. This morning I went out and met Paul and Darren and got them. They're separated now into different trucks, and I had to come back and lie down after I had my breakfast and stuff with them. And then I went back out for a little wee stroll there, and so it's getting better bit by bit, but it's a slow process. It seems like people will be on there. I dare say it's different symptoms for a lot of people. But the main thing that I've noticed is that people say, oh, I was really no well before and I was really no well this time. I bet you I had it. Well, I'd probably bet you never, because if you think you've got flu symptoms and it's like the flu, it's just nothing like it. I would rather have this for the pleasure of an illness during it, because the symptoms are not as severe as the flu for me, to clarify that. Because with the flu, you just ache, you feel rotten, you're dizzy, you can't, horrible. But you don't have that with this, well, I haven't. The main thing is you're breathing. It's something total, it's in your lungs. If I compare it to a truck, it's like having a puncture compared to having your engine blow. Both of them are disabling the vehicle, and the two things are disabling the patient or the person, but the symptoms are totally different. So if you had the flu and you think that's it's probably no. But this is longer than the flu by a long way to get back up, and I've wondered how come I can taste my food now, and I've wondered how come I'm not getting back to pre-infected health, because I'm pretty fit and healthy and can work long days and stuff. So, but there's a thing I've noticed on there, the Harvard Medical School, and I didn't have to go down about 50 pages to find what this thing was. There's a few things on it. It's called post bleep bleep 19 syndrome, and after the thing's done and your time's up and you feel normal, you just don't have the same capacity to breathe right away, the same capacity for energy. You get fatigued quickly, you sweat easily, you get the shivers easily, and the other thing is brain fog. I've had to work so hard at concentrating and trying to focus, and then I get distracted and focus. And fortunately, I've been able to find loads quite easily without working hard. But when I've had to work hard on the loads, oh my goodness, it's horrible. You try to concentrate when you can't concentrate, and try to find things, and tolerance and patience goes away. But that's me. I feel a lot better this week than I did last Sunday when I did the live thing. After I come off of that live broadcast, I had to go lie down. It's just when you're talking, your wind is going out and it's no regulating your breathing type of thing. So, but what's happening? Let me think. The blue Kenworth with the 4 axles on it is running really well. Got an oil change in that this week, and it's away to Florida. It's been to Florida and back. We're not going all the way into Florida now. We're just going to about Pensacola, Fort Walton area. This week it just bounced down to Biloxi, Mississippi, with a load of spuds going down. Picked up a load of sweet potatoes coming back, and so far the last 6 loads that we've hauled coming back have all been sweet potato loads. So I'm really glad that we've got those, because they pay really good coming back, and it's the best rates that I've ever had coming back from Mississippi into Idaho. The loads going out are good as well, so we don't have to go all the way into Florida and get that massive deadhead coming out. But we're probably going into Florida, getting to Pensacola for $2,000 less than we were going into Florida. But then we can just go bounce north into Mississippi and grab super good paying loads coming up here. So that's been working well. So Darren's in the blue truck. He's at Idaho Falls Loves right now, getting a tyre changed in the trailer. Paul's in the yellow Pete, headed across to Boise to pick up a short load going to Denver. We'll get him a load of Coca-Cola. The load going to Denver is paying just under $3,000 from Boise, so that's not bad. So he can bounce up there. We'll get him a load of Coca-Cola up into Montana, come back down, and then he's off this next weekend. He's gonna have a weekend in Vegas with his son and his new lady. Watch this space. So I'm glad he's getting a chance to get a break and getting some happiness in his life, so that's good for him. Wes is at home this weekend. we'll find out what's happening with him on Monday. We've got that getting organised. I have just got a message come up from Paul Harris. Hey, we haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're feeling better. So I'm getting a few of these messages, so I thought I better put a video out. Brett is in our red Volvo, and he is somewhere between Kansas City and Ogden with a load of sweet potatoes on, which he picked up, I want to say Monday or Tuesday last week. And when he was going along in the Volvo, I don't know if you remember some of the videos that I've put on where it looks like the drive wheels in the truck have come up and caught the bottom of the trailer with the tread. Well, this week, when I picked that truck up, they told me they'd fixed the suspension on it. They did have an issue, but when they fixed it, was all fixed. So Brett got get loaded in Mississippi, and he says every time I slow down or come to a set of lights, there's a kind of a donk comes off the driveline. He says the transmission, there's something every time it changes gear. There's a weird. So we put it into the Volvo dealer in Kansas City, and turns out that the suspension was worn to the point that it was causing the driveline, the U-joints in the driveline, to get hung up. So they were, binding up. It was too much of a, it's supposed to be, try to do this in a minute, it's supposed to be together like that, but, if the suspension is worn or something, and the driveline was getting hung up on itself at times, so it wasn't a transmission. But the bill for that was just over $3,000. But because I had, here's if you're going to get your own truck and there's a warranty on it, because I had taken pictures of the damage, I had Brett take pictures of the damage to the trailer, and I had done my research before I got the truck and had found out that there had been this issue with the suspension, I was able to call them up and say, hey, look, I'm not responsible for this completely. Yeah, I understand the warranty has passed, but had this been addressed when it was in the shop before I got the truck, I wouldn't have had to pay about $6,000 in trailer repairs. Now you're looking at me for a $3,000 bill, and so they paid half of that. So thanks for them to do that. That was good. What else we got? A young man from California, young Justin. He's proven to be a real find for us. Good guy, good kid. He just works hard, super hard. I mean, he got frustrated last Monday because the load was getting, messed around, and so we finally got him. He got loaded, and then they said you put the wrong stuff on. You need to go back and take that off and put the other stuff on. And then he went back and did that, and then they had to go back for something else because they had put too much of just a complete mess up at the loading facility. But he went from Tuesday morning in Idaho to Pensacola, Florida by Thursday morning, unloaded in the Thursday morning, drove up into Mississippi, grabbed his sweet potatoes, and I wouldn't be surprised, and it was Thursday night, so he was quite tired, so I think he was in Arkansas Friday. I'll probably see him tomorrow morning. He'll get unloaded tomorrow and we'll get him reloaded. The only issue with these sweet potatoes, we've got two brokers that we do them for. One of them puts them in totes. I think I've put a video in here with the sweet potatoes, and the other one loads them on the floor. So the ones that loaded the floor, you've got to go straight to the truck wash and get it all washed out. And I can't remember what the charge is today for it, but that's what's going on. The trucks are running well. There was one came up for sale, an orange one that looked just like our green one, and I went after that, but I was too late. Somebody got it within freaking minutes of it coming in. But they've sent me some details of another one through there. So, but I'd like to have, I've got the little white one up here that I can use to load trucks and load trailers and run out some flatland work. I don't want to be going cross country with the all-girl. Ideal for the oil field, but when there's nothing on down there at the minute, and we'll just do something with it up here. Young Ryan that worked with us, he's got a message from him this week. He's looking to come back and do something But he's been a hero right now out in California, driving a water truck in the fires. So I get a message that he keeps us updated, and he says, look, I keep giving his orders or requests or commands. I don't know what that is. So hopefully we get him back to try the oil field out there. I've still kept the relationship good in Texas, and that's what's going on there. But I'd like to be going back to Scotland and leaving 5 trucks on the road, making us a buck or two, you know. So I might get back home for a wee bit and do some walking with my wife along the beach and stuff in Prestwick, and get some of that sea air. I don't know whether the mountain air here's a bit thin for the lungs at the minute, so. But that's it. That's what's been going on with me. Family's good. My second oldest son, his wife goes in, if she doesn't have her 10th grandchild by Wednesday, she's going in there to get started off and having that little girl delivered, I think it is they're having. So, but yeah, I know it is. Well, I know what they know, and they know what they see in a picture, but who knows, there could be something that was hidden maybe. But that's it. All the grandkids are fine, all the kids are fine. I'd like to thank everybody for coming on here and wishing me well, and for all the good, kind wishes I've had. Honestly, very flattering, honest, it really is. Very, very touching, and I'm hoping that I can finish this weekend off. I've got tonight and tomorrow night in here in this hotel. It's been expensive, but when you compare it to a hospital, it's not really. I've just been very careful to take things easy and try to get rested up. I have an ocean, and I've got a friend that used to work for me in Scotland who's been talking to me about maybe putting some trucks on the road at home, and I don't know, I've tried to do some searching on the internet to see where you get work and how you get work, and you know, it's one thing to get a customer that you've got, you know, I know people that haul the coal and haul the wood, but I wouldn't mind doing some refrigerated stuff going to Europe. That's what we do here, so I kind of know how to do that a bit. So I wouldn't mind if anybody's got any advice on that. Probably the advice is stay away and don't do it. But anyway, if anybody's got any ideas, that'd be good to hear. So thanks for watching.